Buenas noches. Please support your local food bank, Drug and Alcohol Center. If you're new to my channel, I am a Christian pastor, outreach worker, and on my free time, I do social media videos. So I don't hate Benny Hinn. I don't, we keep the Benny Hinn and his wife as they go through their divorce in prayer that the Lord's will be done. Now, we're going to read the Bible in this video. Now, I've been extremely vocal regarding my concerns on Benny Hinn, his false prophecies, false teachings, merchandising and targeting Christians. His last idea was that you give him money to avoid. Well, actually, I have that video. We'll look at that in a second. Thanks everyone who stopped in to watch. This is live. And thank you to my friends who are liking this video. The last video was give Benny Hinn, in order to protect your finances. Forgive me, it's a little bit late. I'm traveling right now. The last video I did was protecting your finances by sowing into the God's work so that you will be fine during the next crisis. All right. This is the Trinity Network. I'll put a link in the description if you want to read this article. And we're also going to be looking at Benny Hinn's social media. Last week, Suzanne Hinn filed for divorce for the second time, from televangelist husband Benny Hinn. Suzanne and Benny first married August 4th, 1979. 30 years later, Suzanne filed for divorce February 10th. 3 years later, the couple remarried before a large audience at the Holy Land experienced in Orlando. The walls came tumbling down and the Holy Land theme park demolished after TBN spent $130 million on a pet project. We can read this in a second. I want to read this first article, and then we're going to go look at his YouTube. Following the remarriage, Benny Hinn Ministries sold DVDs of the event for $25, Christian Post reported. The evangelist is busy getting back to work following his marriage and has announced plans for a life-changing trip to Greece and Italy, where he says he will retrace the steps of the Apostle Paul, one of the most prominent writers of the later books in the Bible. The first Hinn divorce was filed in California no-fault divorce community property states. And if you're watching this restream, let me know in the comments what you think about all this. This just came out, it just came out 2 days ago. The second divorce was filed, or did it come out today? June 29th. This was written June 29th. Hinn's divorce was filed in California, no-fault divorce community property state. The second divorce was filed in Florida with his no-fault divorce. Oh boy, equitably distributed estate. Florida, material property laws. So I'll go into the comments section. I'll put it in the comments section if you're watching. Here it is here. Shout out to Karen, Tammy, Miss Terry, Pieces here. Rick, the street preacher. God bless you guys. Thanks for stopping in. This is the article. So there, you can click that link and you can read yourself. We are going to look at some videos today. Shout out to my friends that are showing up. Miss Terry, Karen, Tammy. God bless you guys. Peace over here. God bless all of you guys. Observation stations in the house. God bless you. I'll read the comments in a second. Let me focus on this. Well, several websites reported that Benny's net worth is $60 million. His net worth is possibly far less because of the large drop of viewers in his TV programs. Interesting enough, I literally watched a Benny Hinn video. I was looking at how he's asking for money. I've done a lot of videos regarding protection, explaining that we don't need to give Benny Hinn our money, and the false hyper-prosperity televangelist gospel, I reject it fully. In 2016, so I watched a Benny Hinn video today, and this just came out. Trinity Broadcasting Network removed Benny Hinn's TV program. The Daystar Television Network dropped the program in 2017 unless Suzanne signed a prenuptial. Wow. Am I reading that right? Suzanne signed a prenuptial agreement and assets obtained during the marriage should be distributed fairly. Since 2013, the couple has acquired 4 properties in Florida, which are currently worth approximately $5 million. One home is owned in their names, with 2 houses, a beach condo, are reserved to Daystring Family Trust, and Benny services as trustee. With each purchase, the Hinns or the Dayspring Trust received a warranty deed indicating that all the properties were purchased and paid without involving mortgages. Benny told the story how he first met Suzanne in the autobiography, He Touched Me. In 1978, Suzanne was a student at Evangelical College of Benny, was a Canadian-based evangelist. So if you don't know, I used to go to Henry Hinn's church. My mom was the children's pastor. So Henry Hinn's, that would be Benny Hinn. His dad is Henry Hinn, and Costi Hinn and me were friends. I was with my sister today, and my sister was friends with Costi Hinn's sister. So the Hinn's family, we've been to their house many times, the restaurant. I do not preach or endorse the Word of Faith gospel. It's just my history. Benny Hinn claimed to know Suzanne would-be wife when Suzanne's father, Roy, first showed Benny a picture of his daughter. Right. At the time, the pastor Calvary assembled in God Weather Park, Florida, one of the largest Assembly of God churches in the world. Calvary Assembly member Stephen Strang, this guy, launched Charisma magazine and promoted Benny in the global audience. Done lots of videos regarding Stephen Strang and the weaponization of Charisma magazine during the IHOP KC fiasco disaster. Turns out Stephen Strang wasn't telling the truth, and he did everything he could to exonerate Mike Bickle, and now he's deleted the videos, but all of his articles talking about the advocates were Absalom's to take over King David's throne. He's still selling Mike Bickle books on his website. I just did a video about that. With the growing and religious satellite TV, Benny became TV celebrity of the charismatic Christian world. Suzanne was also served on the board of Benny Hinn Ministries. In 1980, he would eventually start his own ministry, Purified Fire International, which operated for a few years in California. In 1901, Christianity Today magazine reported until about a year ago, few outside the charismatic circles had heard of the pastor and author Benny Hinn. But over the past 12 months, Hinn's book, Good Morning, Holy Spirit, has become one of the best-selling Christian books of all times. While serving several decades in the 90s, Hinn decided to sell his Orlando church building, move to the ministry headquarters to Dallas, and move his family to California. In 2007, Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa launched an inquiry into the financials of 6 TV ministries, including Benny Hinn Ministries. Benny responded by announcing board governance changes. Benny would later report during a TV broadcast his ministry spent $5 million fighting the inquiry. Wow. After Suzanne filed for divorce, the first time, Benny was photographed walking and holding hands with televangelist Paula White. In Rome, Italy, the National Enquirer published a picture resulting in another decline in donorship support for the ministry. In 2001 court ruling, Judge Alvin Hellstrom wrote about Benny. For nearly 15 years, defendant had been falling behind in payments obligations with over $5.6 million in the rears, as in 2012, the failing marriage and growing media criticism. Benny, the prosperity gospel preacher, is reaping what he has sown. Galatians 6:7. Well, Galatians 6:7, it says, "Do not be deceived, for God cannot be mocked. For what you sow, you shall reap." That's Galatians 6:7. And but they use part of that scripture. All right. So, sorry, Rick. I left the comments on there. I'm a little bit tired right now, right? I've been out all day. So, let's look at the comments. Oh, we are going to look at the video too. Well, let's look at the video first. So, what I did was, let me take this off the screen. And, sorry. I'm using my laptop, so it's a little bit more difficult. Thanks for everyone who stopped in. Thank you for liking my video. Forgive me, Rick. Let me take that off the screen. Forgive me, Rick. All right. So this is This is Benny Hinn's YouTube. Now, I was looking here to try to find when the last time he had Susan. But, one second here. This says 2 years ago. He has Susan here. If you don't know who Suzanne is, she's the one that's filed for divorce. This is 3 years. This is 7 years. I thought this was interesting. Why marriages fail. This is 1 year ago. Listen to this.
A lot of people fail today in marriage because they don't understand what this means. But for Adam, there was not found a help meet for him, someone who fits with him just perfectly. Now, when the Lord sends someone,
this video came out 1 year ago, and Bernie Hinn likes to pretend that he has prophetic words and be a Bible teacher in the hyper televangelist gospel. And we'll listen to it.
Fail today in marriage because they don't understand what this means. But for Adam, there was not found a help meet for him, someone who fits with him just perfectly. Now, when the Lord sends someone to you, he will choose that one rather than you choosing that one. So whom the Lord joins together. Now, whom the Lord joins together.
He's actually referring, that's a popular Bible verse found in Matthew 19, 4, 5, and 6. It's said in weddings quite often. Jesus responded, he said, it is written that a man, in the beginning of the Creator made them male and female, and said, for this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, so the two become flesh, so they're no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God joins together, right here, joins together, let man not separate. That's Matthew 19, 4, 5, and 6. I can't play the whole video, or I'll get hit with they can give me a copyright. So I'll listen a bit more.
Now, whom the Lord joins together speaks of a spiritual union, not just something physical. A lot of people marry without having that oneness in the spirit with their wife or their husband, and that's why they have problems. And then it says something very powerful. It says in verse 22, and the rib which the Lord God had taken from.
All right, he's reading out of Genesis. I can't, like a reader, I would play the whole video. You know what I could do? Here, I don't have it all for Benny Hinn. He's a false teacher, decades of harming the church, the global church. And he should be, I wanted to read the Bible. Forgive me. Let's read the Bible. I always love reading my Bible, so we're going to read the Bible. Right here. 1 Timothy 3, qualifications for an overseer. This is a trustworthy saying. If anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he describes a noble cast. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-control, respectable, hospitality, able to teach, not a drunkard, not a violent, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with dignity, keeping his children in submission. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how he care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall in the condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be well thought of by outsiders, so that he may not fall in disgrace, into a snare, into a devil. Benny Hinn has been a disgrace to the charismatic community, continuationist community, all over the news. Benny Hinn's long track record of a train wreck of a ministry has harmed a lot of people. And, he's going through a divorce right now, and he does have family members that we're going to keep him in prayer on my channel. So thanks everyone who stopped in. I love you. God bless you. And we'll answer a few questions here. Check. Hangout. First time I'm learning about this. Yes, it just got posted. God bless you, Miss Terry. Good evening. Observation station. He married Benny once and beyond his comprehension. Rick, the street piecer. It's sad to hear about people divorcing. It is, Rick. Peace over there. Greetings, Brother John. God bless you. God bless you, Tammy Lee. Nice. Thanks for stopping in. How old is this divorce news? It's just coming out right now. The article was printed today. Oh, I do have another video. If you want to see another video, I have the actual divorce papers. Here it is. Here. So this is where I found out. I was actually shutting off for the night, and this is a prophetic news TV station. You can watch them. I'll put it in the comments section, but here it is here.
Breaking news, everyone. Friday, July 26th, Suzanne Hinn filed for divorce from...
Here it is here. The case number 2499, Suzanne Hinn. And petition filed, Hinn Susan. Case, judge information, case party. All right.
From Benny Hinn, Benedictus Hinn. She filed it in the state of Florida. Dissolution of marriage. Breaking news. Here is the court filing, as you can see. So this should get very, very interesting.
I put the link in the description. You can watch it. Nana P. Heading off to bed, night all, peace and blessing. God bless you, Nana P. My friend Nana P. And to be an hour and a half of hyper music, an hour to manipulate the crowd and give to Benny the 15 seconds to catch it whenever it sees it. And carnival hearing again, it was disgraceful. Susan, yes, broke the news. Wow. I find it curious that Susan looks younger now than she did 30 years ago. Ian, how is Vancouver Island? It's good, Ian. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're obtaining an adequate rest. I'm still tired. I got in at 1 o'clock last night and didn't get to bed to 1:30. Got up, so I'm running on about 6 hours sleep. And after this video, I'm going to bed. I am tired. I'm concerned about this. I speak fluent Spanish, and if you're unaware what's happening in the news right now, it's a way off topic, but I'm concerned about Maduro. They're having the Venezuelan, what happened? The Venezuelan, Nicolas Maduro, they just had the election, and there's riots in the street. So if you can pray for Venezuela, I speak fluent Spanish. I mean, following this very closely. And the second thing that you can pray for is Israel and Hamas is happening right now. Israel has struck Hamas targets in Lebanon. Oh, that's a day ago. Sorry, 5 hours ago. So I've been watching this very closely, praying for the families that lost their children, Hezbollah and the Golden Heights attack, and everybody that is being harmed during these wars. So I'm watching this very closely right now and keeping Israel, the Middle East, Ukraine. You know, there's so many things to be praying for. This is on my mind right now. And, you know, they're looking like this has potential to escalate. Turkey might enter. Turkey is at I think it's at hyperinflation or extreme high. I think it's one of the hyperinflation right now. And they enter the Israel to help Pakistan. Here it is here. Hezbollah, Israel, Erdogan says. So that's what's on my mind. But ultimately, it's all fulfillment of the Bible. And that's when we see these things, we lift up our eyes and we proclaim the true gospel for people that are perishing. We have the power of God unto salvation. And peace over there. Have a good night. You do great work, Francine. Thank you very much. And that's it. Have a good night. Good night's sleep. Have a good night's sleep. Yes, I'm going to sleep right now. Thank you again, Melinda, for signing up to my YouTube channel. I'll be going live tomorrow morning. Yes. Do you speak French? Un petit peu. Je ne peux jamais chanter. Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Parlez-vous français? Adios, buenas noches. So I studied French in school. French is our second language. But no, the answer is no, un petit peu. A little bit. I can pick up a little bit when I watch French news. Bienvenue au Canada, je m'appelle John. Enchanté. But I speak fluent Spanish. Today I was speaking Spanish all day long because I only speak Spanish to my father-in-law and my mother-in-law. Melinda. Dios te bendiga, Melinda. God bless you. So I speak very fluent Spanish, and but not French. A little bit of Italian. And I'd like to learn more French, that's for sure. Rick says, God knows the full the story. Felt bad for Paula White fiasco. Sure, Suzanne had a good reason to put it up with enough. Yeah, there's always something going on. Nameless Rick says, wow. Yes, Rick. Ryu. Yes. All right. Thanks for everyone who stopped in. And I'll be doing more videos. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe. And au revoir in Français. You never did say that comment that I had. That comment. Bruce says, I guess the wind of God couldn't heal the marriage. That's actually Kenneth Copeland, the wind of God. He was trying to destroy COVID. What was that question? Who is the question that said, do you speak French? Peace over here. If you're in the comments, do you speak French? Do you speak French? 1 Corinthians. Yes. Oh, that's Bruce, my friend Bruce. God bless you, Bruce. Bruce Wayne. All right. Spanish is similar to French. It's similar, but I understand more Italian and Portuguese than I do French. French for me is very difficult because